What do you really want? Have you asked yourself that question? It's often quite a deep and a difficult, a challenging question for people to answer. In this video, I am going to give you 3 tips that I use when I work with my clients and help them uncover what is it that they really want. Before I do that, let me first explain to you why it's so difficult to answer this question. Now, the answer to this question is often buried under many layers because we are conditioned to listen to what other people want us to do. What our parents want, our teachers, maybe our bosses, our friends. We are trying to maybe impress people or please people or fit into society. So there's many layers around the core of what it is that you really want, and that's why it's often so difficult. So the first tip I want to share with you is that if you want to figure out what you really want, you are not able to find the answer simply by logically thinking. It's simply not going to happen. You have to engage your feeling. You have to engage the intelligence of your body. Your body knows. Your body is far more intelligent than your mind. So you have to engage. What are you feeling? What feels good to you? What doesn't feel so good to you? Engage your heart, your other intelligence center. So use everything that you have. So you might ask yourself, or you might ask me, how do I do that? You do this by becoming silent, by having space for yourself. It could be even 2 minutes of just closing your eyes, forgetting everything around you, breathing, tapping into yourself. It could be every time you finish a task, just take a moment to pause and take 3 breaths. By slowing down, by really tapping into how you feel, that's how you really get into a connection of your intelligence of your body. And this is really important when you have to answer these very, very big life questions. The other thing is that these questions also come up when there's times of transition. So for example, when you're starting a new relationship or finishing a relationship or starting a new job, it happens a lot in puberty, and it also happens a lot in midlife, and there's a lot of turbulence and changes in life. So the second thing that's really important, and as important as the first element, is taking action. You are not going to find the answer by simply sitting and doing nothing. It's really good to check in and it's really good to calm yourself down. However, as important it is to take action. And what do I mean by that? Try things, even if you don't know 100% whether that is the right career for you, whether it's the right business. By doing things and testing things and trying things, you'll get feedback. Is it working? Am I enjoying it? Am I good at this? So taking actions, and it doesn't need to be to start a whole new business or to start a whole new career. It could be doing something a little bit different. But taking actions, doing things differently, stepping out of your comfort zone will really help you and guide you to finding what it is that you really want. And thirdly, and this is the most difficult, I've struggled with it, still sometimes struggling with it, and it's really trusting the process. We're so used to say, this is my goal, I want to do this, I'm going to work on this for an hour now and then I'll have it finished. It's not going to work with this. So I know this is not easy. However, the answers will come to you when you don't expect it. You can't force the answers. And I'll give you a great example. I have one of my best friends from the Netherlands visiting me at the moment. I live in Sydney and it's beautiful to have her here. And she just came from a cruise from Singapore to here. It was 5 weeks on this beautiful boat, lots of adventure, but also lots of time to sit and to relax. And she put a goal in her head. I'm going to figure out what I really want because I'm not that happy in my career. So what am I going to do? And we were having lunch at a beautiful cafe yesterday, and she was telling me, Sonia, I feel like I've done nothing for the last 5 weeks. I don't have the answer. And I said to her, you can't force the answer. It has to come naturally. Once you let go of that attachment to the outcome, you're not chasing. And you might be surprised. It might come to you in the weirdest, wonderful way. And guess what happened? Last night, at my home, she was walking past the dining table, and we have those little things on the dining table. She was looking at it, and it was those little plates that were on the dining table that gave her an idea for something to trial to move towards where she really wants to go. And I just went, wow, it comes in a moment that you don't expect it. However, you've got to be open. If you're not open, it's not going to come to you. So embrace this process of figuring out what you really want. Make it an exciting journey instead of making it like a task that you have to achieve at a certain day, at a certain time. You know, it's a matter of going with the flow, tapping into yourself, taking action, but then also letting go of the process.